All right. Okay. I think we're live. Um, a minute late. Man, I was trying to really hit that. We're gonna check real quick. So give me just a sec to have everything updated. Okay. Looking good. Hey, what's up, Aiden? Give me just a sec to make sure everything looks all good, and we should be good to go. I appreciate you showing up. Congrats on finishing Violet. Tell me what shinies you got. I mean, let a few people know. Go. Okay. Looking good. I'm also testing out a new program I wrote today. I didn't write it today. I should clarify there. I wrote it a couple days ago for keeping track of encounters. Because there were some features missing from the other one that I would like to have in the future. Luckily, they haven't been necessary yet. Oh, Breitlium's awesome. Floatzel's pretty cool, and I like Sneasel a lot too. Thank you, out of my hands. I don't know if I'd say that, but I appreciate it. KFC has some runs out. Indeed, indeed. While you're here, yeah, we'll do that. Just so you're aware, out of my hands, I just made you a managing moderator. You know, as thank you for helping with the layout. New layout. I should bring attention to that. Thank you, out of my hands, for helping with some assets for the layout. I think it looks pretty sick. What do we think about the new layout? We got a little ukulele Pichu. I don't really know if I'm happy about his placement. I might move him a little. Maybe to the right. Be a little faster. Now he's just like floating. Look at that. Oh, good. Do we like where Pichu is now? Thank you. Yeah, so some of the assets and then the general idea for it came from out of my hands, who is now the managing moderator of chat. So, you know, watch what you say and all that. He's ready to fire that banhammer if necessary. That foot camp. Well, the moment I get it. The foot camp. Yeah, so today we're hunting Latias. And that's pretty exciting. Let me get ready for that. But yeah, so I wrote a program to keep track of shiny counting, because the program that I was using previously that was publicly available didn't have a way to like use multiple inputs for different counters. So you know, a little bit of computer engineering later, I made one. So if we run into any issues with the counter, that's on me. So I apologize if you notice that it goes from 1 to 5 or whatever. Say something in chat, please. I did look into how to do this shiny hunt. A little less straightforward than Latios, but we're gonna do it. Sparkling Power all types are what I think we want to do. Thank you guys for all showing up so early. Let's get on in. Let's see what we're up to. Hope everyone's Tuesday went well. Mine was pretty productive. I got a lot done. I did some grocery shopping, cleaned around the house, did a little laundry. I was hungry. It was a hungry Tuesday. I just had dinner right before I got on. Picking up on a Latios near you. Let's try and catch it. Okay, here we go. Shiny Halucha right off the bat. That's pretty exciting. We'll get that in a bit. I don't really actually need that shiny, but... Hungry Tuesday indeed. Yeah. Okay, hey, what's up, Altaria? Okay, I'm pretty sure this is the right way. I had a... You maybe called me out. I had a Marie Calendar chicken pot pie because I bought some stuff to make, but I didn't. I was like, you know, I want to stream at 7. So I don't know if today's the day to be cooking. Okay, this is exactly where I want to be. See what I mean? you see what I mean? Wow, people don't like Lickitung. What do you mean? I'm not like a Lickitung hater. I think he's okay. Good shiny. Pretty great shiny, honestly. Okay, I think the second bush is where it resets. Already run into the wall. Awesome. Okay, that spawned it. Okay, I just pressed the first increment. Did it increment? We'll see. It did. Nice. You know what I want to do real quick? Hold on. Shiny Pignite. I did see the Shiny Pignite too. Okay, I think the shiny counter is working. So that's pretty hype. Up to 3, it's 1 in 500. So they're pretty quick though. Shiny Latias is gold. Yeah, let's hear the nickname for the Breloom. I have a shiny Breloom too. It's a great shiny. Cool Pokemon too. You can learn Spore. So there's that. Yeah, False Swipe. And teach him Spore, too. Teach him Spore. False Swipe and Spore, and Breloom immediately becomes the best Pokemon for catching other Pokemon ever made. Until I got my hands on a Smeargle in the DLC, I used a shiny Breloom as my go-to. I'd also... Ooh, I don't think he can learn... Thunder Wave. It's not really worth it to teach him what's it called? To teach him Stun Spore though, because the only reason you wouldn't be able to use Spore, I guess there's a couple of situations, like if it has the ability Insomnia, but keep in mind you won't be able to use Spore on other grass Pokemon. So maybe have a backup status condition on your team for that. On my catching Smeargle, I have the move Soak to turn the opponent into a water type, so I can Spore them no matter what. Yeah, False Swipe would Spore. Yeah, I guess. It's a little past. It's around dinner time. What did everyone have for dinner tonight? Anything interesting? Anything cool? Same hour back to back. Do you have the shiny charm now, or did you get really lucky? You should focus on completing the Pokedex if you don't have the shiny charm yet. Shiny charm is nice. I'm making baked spaghetti. Ooh, nice. I used to say I wasn't the biggest spaghetti fan. But I've come around on that. I think I am now. I'm not. It's not like my favorite food, but like I was just kind of a hater. I've had some good spaghetti since then. Yeah, I know. I know I did. And then I had, and you know what did it? And this is so simple. You gotta add a little spice to it. A little kick in the spaghetti. I'm immediately on board. Then it's like a great food. I'm trying to think what else I've been up to. Good question. You can't say the word. You're next to the word mom, apparently. I just didn't send that message. Why is it that all the streamers are? I don't think I do. I don't really know. When are we doing? Would you guys show up for a reading stream if I start reading to improve my speech? I don't think like good one, Nick. Good, great one. Almost got me. Yeah, let's hear it, Aiden. I think you're the only one not trying to mess with me in chat right now. Can this Gardevoir leave me alone? Are you serious? You can't. Oh! Oh! Yeah, it's just you. You were banned from it. You're banned from saying the word to your mom. Either that's a default YouTube thing, or Chase is going after you. Out of my hands is going after you. Sorry to say your full name. I apologize. Out of my hands. Say the four legendaries. Chi-Yu is awesome. Chi-Yu is the GOAT. I love Chi-Yu. 252 plus choice specs, heat wave or whatever the funny thing is. I said it's a bumper sticker. 252 plus heat wave, or I think it was overheat in the sun. It goes guaranteed to Oko. And it had a little picture of Chi-Yu on it. Chi-Yu shiny is awesome. Pokemon strikes again. Yeah, I haven't been seeing any of those messages. You being a woke mod, Chase? Going into big Pokemon mode. Get into competitive. I think I started getting into competitive around that age. That's when I started checking out Gliscor. Gliscor was my first competitive Pokemon I built. And it wasn't like good. It was like not. I didn't know about natures or anything, so it was just like a poison heal Gliscor with a orb, a Toxic Puppy Ned Clip. I didn't. It was sick. Send me it on Discord. Send me a link to it. I'll watch it after stream or something. Seems like the encounter program I wrote is going well. This isn't like really stress testing it though. The whole like difficulty with it, or the thing I'm worried about, is it handling multiple different encounters at once. Christoph Bobda. Yeah. Shout out Christoph Bobda. Great professor. Okay, dude. That's fair. Oh, I got a little. I see a little one on my Discord. I bet you got a video of a hockey fight. I think you can't lose the Miraidon battle, or you can't use any of your Pokemon. Yeah, you can't. It's like scripted, so you can't. I think even if you use items, the other Miraidon is scripted never to kill yours. Because it's kind of like the difficulty of the final boss. Like, the difficult part's already over. This is kind of just like showing off a little with the Miraidon versus Miraidon. It's cool, though. The Miraidon v Miraidon fight's cool. I don't know. Aiden's my day one. Aiden's been in most streams. He's missed, I think, a single Pokemon stream. I think it's based on frequent chatters, I think is how that goes around. And I think it's based on the stream specifically. So, like, I think if you just speak a lot. Yeah, I guess not. I guess he's a day one day one stream fan. Well, I appreciate you doing that, Aiden. Admittedly, even though like I kind of would consider myself a somewhat consistent streamer on here, I very rarely actually watch other live streams. I just don't find them super. Like I'm much more. I like watching stuff on like I don't know, just YouTube. I guess like I like watching people talk about Pokemon and Minecraft and stuff. What is that? That hand soap? I don't think I get that. You're just sending cool emojis. So I'm surprised there's a hand soap emoji. What do we think? How many encounters is it going to take to get us this Latias? I stole the Amazon Fire to you. You mean my Fire Stick? I stole my Fire Stick from the TV because I'm not going to be using that TV anymore. You're the one thing no one. What is it? What do you have? You have rights to KFC too, who's still sitting in my Scarlet Violet. A wild Terra Slackoff. I stole the item that was mine from the house that is no longer mine. From my hands, keep an eye on Nick here. He's kind of don't mute him or anything, but like just keep your eye out on him. Line up the scope on the bandhammer. Set it to stun now. Set it to stun. Yeah, so how have you been watching stuff? Harger block. Discord, so can I join stream my team art? I don't have a Discord. Not like a public one, at least. Maybe in the future. Maybe once it gets a little bigger. Yeah, you got team art. That's pretty cool. So you do switch chat amongst viewers. Apparently not. You just click the top chat and click live chat instead. If we ever do make a Discord, I'll definitely let you know, Aiden. Don't worry. You can't see all chat. Wait, really? Oh, you might be right. Hold on, let's make sure everything is set to that. You are right. Okay. So that update it. Hold on. Interesting. So I couldn't see Nick's chats. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm fixing that now. Hold on. Very good. Set to live chat now, and then update the source on OBS. I think it's good. 1984 streamer. Okay, is it online? It says top chat still. Why does it say top chat still? Hold on. Apologize. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to fix it right now. Here's what we'll do. I have an idea. Can I just refresh this? Interesting. Interesting. I don't know how, because I think. Wow. Okay. I wonder how long that's been like that. What if I do? I'm gonna try this. Hold on. Is that still gonna be top chat? Yeah. Okay. Huh. Click the. I know. It's the drop down. The issue is on OBS, the way I have it set up is it's just broadcasting a... Oh, hold on. Oh, wait, I figured something out. Okay, that should do it. So because of the way OBS works, I wasn't streaming a window, I was streaming a link. And I was linked to a pop-out chat. That's why it says like at the bottom, sign in to start streaming. Yeah, but yeah, okay. That's weird that it auto sets that. That's very not cool. But yeah, okay, maybe that's why I wasn't seeing your mom stuff. Nick, you want to try again? Your mom privileges are back. Yeah, because I think after one message you were in one of the top chatters. Because I mean, there's 4 of us here, so, and I bet it's probably up to 5. But it should be good now, right? Is it good now? Yeah, okay. That's really interesting. Okay. That's really weird. I wonder if that is the default or if now when no, because I did just refresh the page. And it went back, so. Enjoy your baked spaghetti. Was that shiny? No. I was like, no way. Yeah, let's hear it. I'm not going to give you my OBS key. Let's hear the one thing you hate. Or the number one thing you hate. Mine is Trick Room. Playing against Trick Room. Not the biggest fan of that. Gonna run into me? Yeah. You gotta start gliding around. It makes it a little easier. Give your OBS key. Absolutely not. I quiver thinking about what you may do with that. What I might wake up to being streamed on my channel. Are you still using the TV then, Parker? Like, because you don't have the Fire Stick, are you somehow still able to get, like, kind of whatever you want? You know, I'm still signed into your YouTube on my Fire Stick. Every time I use it, I switch to my account, but it is a little funny. Like, I'm always like, what I can really mess up his recommended right here. Yeah, it happens. We'll just plug an HDMI in and use your computer. Although, what? You're probably not hanging out in the living room too much now that I'm gone. You gotta get Bernie and Michael out there with you. Other roommates. I don't think it's any different to Shiny Hunt in Area 0. I think it's still same odds. But you should your number one focus should be on completing the Pokedex and getting the Shiny Charm right now. Because that makes your odds so much better that even though it'll take you some time to complete the Pokedex, it's absolutely worth it if you plan on hunting like more than one Shiny. Oh, fair, yeah. Dude, it must be quiet. Thinking about Bernie and Michael being the only ones there, like, I don't know, the idea of them interacting is almost unfathomable because it feels like we drove everything. I'm a big fan. My kids are next year, and I'm homeschooling them. Wondering what subjects you think I should teach them. Teach them their type charts. Focus on especially the fairy type ones. Those ones are a little weird. It's poison and steel. And Mo yelling at them. True. Teach them the type charts. Some math is important. Fractions. Fractions is a good one. The subject of fractions. Yeah, let's hear it. What's gonna happen to Gus soon? Hopefully nothing bad. Teach them lunch. Yes, teach them lunch. He's gonna turn 1. No, I don't remember saying that. If I had to pick a favorite fraction, it'd probably be 6/7. I don't agree with that. I do not agree with what was just said about me. Tell Gus I said happy early birthday. What day specifically does he turn 1? Can we get some happy birthday Gus's in the chat? Some hype for Gus. My first ever guinea pig fan. I'm having a hard time telling sometimes if this Latias is spawning and respawning. Oop. Oh, he's turning 1 on Valentine's Day. It's also a Pokemon Go raid day. For those of you wondering. For those of you looking for something to do, whether with your date or to ignore the fact that you don't have a date. Something's going to be in raids. Probably Enamorous. That's what they did last year, which was an interesting choice, considering, you know, putting an event on Valentine's Day is already a little weird. We're going to name Latias. I don't know. We haven't honestly named a lot of the shinies we've caught. So if you got any good names, couldn't any name recommendations. I nicknamed the Terrakion because I used it competitively, and I always nickname Pokemon I use competitively. I named him Wall, just because, I don't know, he looks like a wall. Oh, it's like August, actually. Well, still, happy early birthday to Gus. That's a little bit out, but that's okay. Jet Fuel's pretty good. Yeah, Maria. And then name Latios Mario. I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think that's a great name for that. Shout out Gus. Shout out Gus indeed. We got some Gus fans in the chat. Gus the guinea pig. I'm a Gus fan. He tips his food bowl. I mean, yeah, if you walked up to my food dish and tipped it over, I'd be a little mad too. I was going to eat that probably. Who's on Team Gus and who's on Team Brewer? I think I'm on Team Gus. Is there like a guinea pig Pokemon? I don't know about that. I don't think we are. All right, let's calm down a little. Nugget will be 1.5. Out of my hands is Team Brewer. I'm getting a phone call. Team Jenna? I don't know that. What are we referencing there? Okay, hold on. I'm getting called again. Give me just a sec. It's probably slightly important. Okay, I guess it wasn't really that important. So I got sick. Rip Nugget. Yeah, Rip Nugget. My mom called me, and at first I declined the call and was about to text her. I was like, "Hey, can't really talk now. Everything good?" And before I even finished typing that message, she called me again. So I was like, "Okay, this might be a little urgent." They had tacos tonight, and she was like, "We have a lot of leftovers if you want it." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll swing by and pick it up." Well, yeah, that's dinner tomorrow. I got some soft tacos. Some specific. Oh, they don't have any hard shells, she said. But soft tacos are good. I like only ate soft tacos as a kid. Then I went through a phase where it was like I only ate hard tacos. And now I'm like 50-50. You know, I like both. Like a good split of both. Every night when I randomly wake up, they yell. Yeah, they're hungry. They want you to fill the food dish so that Gus can tip it over. Xavier's food bowl is a little, or yeah, his food and water bowl is a little too hefty for him to tip it over. But my pet tarantula Jolene likes to put her trash actually in her water dish. That's a little annoying. Because you support crude oil as our future. I'm not a big crude oil fan. I'll say that. I'll be outspoken as a crude oil opponent, I'd say. Clean energy is the future. You don't trust it with a water bowl? How do you, oh, did you have one of those little, like the water bottle with the spout on it? Those are hype. Yeah, Jolene eats crickets, and she doesn't eat all of the cricket. So the part she doesn't eat, she wraps up in a little ball. And normally at night, because it won't be there when I go to sleep, it'll be there in the morning. I am pro lab diamond, honestly. You know, lab grown diamonds make them affordable. And then, not only that, but you know, it's bad stuff in the diamond mining industry. It's not as simple as going to Y16 anymore. Zircons we produce sweet oil from land, and we import sour oil because our rigs are set up for that. Right. Sweet and sour oil. See, this is why you're the top moderator out of my hands. This is what you earn. Oh, out of my hands. I'm glad I just remembered. We got to hang out soon. I picked up I saw a little sticker the other day when I was at a little market, and I was like, "Oh, this has him written all over it." So I picked it up for you. It's sitting on top of my fridge right now, so I don't lose it. It's a cool little sticker. It's like one of the nicer ones, like you put it on the back of your computer on a water bottle or something. How much for mod? Not money. You gotta prove you're trustworthy, and unfortunately for you, Daniel, I don't know if I could, you know, trust you to make smart decisions. I also, out of my hands, I think I mentioned this to you. My mom gave me a, she was just gonna she got it somehow. As we promised you 3,000 years ago. Guess it doesn't get so about sourdough. Dude, no, sourdough is awesome. Hard disagree. Hard disagree with Grandma. Sourdough is like the best bread. You do it for Dough Dog, Fido, or Dachshund or whatever. Parker makes a pretty mean banana bread too. But yeah, I have my mom, she got it as like a white elephant thing, I think. And she got a s'more machine. Yeah, Dachshund. And she was like, I'm going to throw this out. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah, kind of. And it's sitting in my cupboard. And so when I went grocery shopping today, I picked up graham crackers, chocolate, and marshmallows. So you can hang out. Eat s'mores and look at your new sticker. Rye on top. I don't know. I don't think I've like had a good enough rye bread to really compare it. Put the bros with Dough Dog. The bros? What's the bros? Put but bros. Ah, Phalanx. Rest in peace, Phalanx. They'll hang out. They'll throw a little party. They'll eat s'mores. Is this Latias disappearing and reappearing? Okay, they're disappeared. Okay, pretty clearly, yeah. Little Caesars. Yeah, Little Caesars mentioned. It's always a good sign. There's a Little Caesars like 5 minutes for me. I'm not done with Paper Mario yet, though. I gotta finish Paper Mario. I've only got enough time for one RPG in my life right now. I think I'm getting there. Those of you keeping up with it on YouTube, I won't say anything about where I am because I honestly don't know how far. I think the YouTube's a good amount of episodes behind. He has a song about Dr. Pepper. Something about it. I'm not gonna respond to that, Parker. When I woke up this morning, something on my phone mentioned a Dr. Pepper song, but I can't remember how it goes. I don't know how well you'd be able to sing in chat, but yeah, go for it. Type the lyrics out. I don't know about a face reveal. I think it's fun to kind of just play video games. You know? To come on here, like, you know, my face is definitely not as interesting as hopefully a shiny Latias at some point, so. Wendy's. Ah. Oh, I know what I just did. Man. I like walked right into whatever's about to hit me. Let's see it. Let's see it. Hey, be careful. We got a top mod on the scene right now. Be careful what you say. Dr. Pepper baby. Dr. Pepper baby. It tastes so good, Dr. Pepper baby. And it does the same thing over and over. Sounds pretty catchy. Add that one to the playlist. A Loki cute thought. Enjoy dinner. That's okay, that's okay. Nothing really happened. Oh, I wanted to lean back on my chair and I looked away for a sec. Okay. Back on the roof. On an escalator until BDSP. Yeah, I was around. I was on YouTube at some point before BDSP was even announced, and that fur was just walking until an unannounced Sinnoh remake, and the Sinnoh remake happened. So that fur has stopped walking, I assume. I wonder why Furret though. Furret's not even like a BDSP Pokemon. I think it's in BDSP, but it's not a Sinnoh Pokemon. Bird's cool. He's got a good shiny. A really good shiny, honestly. He's taking a break, yeah. Got tired of walking. His feet hurt. Yeah, BDSP was bad, though. Sucks, because that fur was walking. Hopes of something good, and then nothing. Hard doesn't roll 10 times. Oh, did someone calculate how much he walked? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I remember seeing that for it because it was a live stream. I remember seeing that live stream on like a recommended before Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl was even announced, like well before. And then, oh, you don't know? You just guessed. Yeah, fair. I'd probably say more than that. He was walking for a good couple months, probably. You know, like Disney World's big, but it's not that big. I wonder how many times he walked around the planet. You know what I mean? Because I bet you he probably walked around the planet at least once. Oh, hold on. Mine defaulted to top chat mode too. Uh-oh. Okay, no, I think we're all good. That's a really annoying feature. I wonder if there's a way to change that default. We got it on top chat this entire time for previous few streams. Luckily, I don't think it's ever come up, but it'd be a pretty boring rewatch. Just for it to walk into the Accumula Town theme in black and white for... I almost want to say, I think it was going for at least a year. I wonder if it had any downtime. Like if the guy whose server it was running on ever went down. How can I get Ukulele Pichu up a little bit, maybe? Is he cut off at all? I like seeing his little ukulele. Yeah, I think he looks good. Okay. Ukulele Pichu moved up a little. Okay. He's got that ukulele for a reason. Might as well show it off a little. You have a Lucky Great Tusk EX. I was just given a couple packs Pokemon cards, and when I was Surging Sparks, and it's not like a super expensive card, but I pulled the Stellar Terra Cyclizar, which isn't super expensive, but I really like Cyclizar. As you know, Aiden, you got Bike on your team. So I was pretty happy about that. That's pretty cool. Wasn't expecting anything great, and lo and behold, got one of my favorite Pokemon on it. Okay, let's look at what that is. Team is level 70. Well, he's getting strong. Getting strong. Pokemon 218. That's in Johto. Oh, cool. That's a cool Pokemon, Daniel. Evolves into Macargo. Pure Fire type, which is kind of lame. Fire Rock and its evolution is pretty neat. It's a cool Pokemon. Fortunately, its name escapes me. Open a tangerine seed. Like you looked inside the seed? I sure hope this Latias doesn't escape. So you opened up a tangerine and there was a seed, or you opened up a tangerine seed specifically? Did you do the little trick where you hold it up to the light to see if there's a seed inside? Tangerine life hack. Already making good progress through this. Yeah! That's another thing you should teach your kids, Daniel. The tangerine life hack. Where you hold the tangerine up to the light. That way you can see if there's seeds inside. Because the seeds will block the light and it'll be a little less transparent. You can see through it. Kinda. I think that's transparent. Try one more time. Yeah, I used to do a lot as a kid. See if there was anything in my tangerines. And if there was a seed, I wouldn't just down the whole thing. You'd eat around the seed, take the seed out, and finish the tangerine slice. That way you wouldn't choke or bite into a tangerine seed. In this game, there's not like an encounter. What triggers an encounter? Running down the counter? What do you mean? Oh, yeah. So like, when like if you see the Latias is in here, so I run to this corner and then I'm close enough for it to spawn, and that counts as an encounter. And then when I run down here, it's about here where it despawns. I get about 70 meters away from it, so it despawns. So every single time I come over to here, a new Latias is technically spawning. But the timer kind of puts a timer on it, so I can only do so many, and then I have to reset the game to where I saved. But it's not that big a deal. 1 in 575 chance makes this like pretty fast. Like, we haven't had a single stream yet where we haven't gotten our target, which is pretty cool. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it, but I'd be surprised. With Cobalion, we went over odds. We got to around 600. Counter. Yeah, so that's just like how long I can be in here. So I have to turn off the game. Because if that goes to 0, it kicks me out of this like little distortion thing. Got it. Mm-hmm. It equates to about 5 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes, I think. Is our total time we're allowed to be in this distortion. So. Or this hyperspace, I think it's specifically technically called. So the spawn isn't guaranteed. What do you mean? It being Latias, or what do you mean by that? In this specific distortion, this Latias is guaranteed in this exact spot. Yeah, so like if I get kicked out of here, the distortion would leave and I'd have to do a bunch more scans to find it again. And not only that, I'd have to make another donut, another shiny hunt, or another shiny power donut, which is kind of, it's not like expensive, but like I don't have infinite resources for it. Try Pokemon Legend Arceus. I went back to Legend Arceus the other day. That game's fun, but it doesn't run as well as I remember. I think it's 30 frames per second, and fresh off of ZA, that's a noticeable 30 FPS. I'd say focus on ZA, but Arceus is a good game. It's very fun. Maybe we'll go back to it at some point. There's some shinies there I don't have. Got a little hiccup. Quite a few shinies there I don't have, actually. I should mention, I do shiny hunt a bit in my free time as well. I'm working on my shiny living dex, and it's actually pretty filled out. I got quite a few cool shinies. We'll go through that, I'm sure, someday. But if when we do, you notice there's a few shinies I didn't catch on stream, that's why. I was wondering what you were getting at, Aiden. Yeah, indeed, it was 6-7, as Daniel then followed up with. What encounter do you guys think we're getting it on? I'm gonna say soon. I think we get it 180. That'd be kind of hype, right? $215. Okay, that's fair. That's pretty soon too. 658. I hope not. If you get it spot on, if you guess the encounter and get it spot on, to an extent, because I do have the ability to say no, especially if it's not appropriate. But you can have some help naming the Latias. $193. Okay. Thinking from the Cobalion stream. Yeah, we went to around that for Cobalion. I think that was pretty close to that. 193. You're guessing how many times we're gonna look at this Pokemon, Nick? And then on the 193rd time, it'll be the shiny we're looking for. So instead of being red, it'll be yellow. It's about a 1 in 575 chance that happens. So. If we have a lot of time left in the distortion, there's that shiny Halucha by the front, which is pretty cool too. There's the Mon. It's called Latias. It's in the top. What we're looking for is in the top left. No, Cobalion is one we did a while ago. This one's called Latias. Latias. Name of the stream. It's like a little red airplane type of thing. It's cool. It's from my favorite generation. Yeah, I decided not to. I got home really late last night. I was kind of tired, so I apologize for that. I'm trying to be a little bit better about scheduling streams at least an hour or so in advance. So make sure you press the bell icon, make sure you got notifications on, and it'll let you know. I think. Pretty sure that's how that works. Nice. So far, no seeds. That's what I like to hear. Taking some sips from my lemon tea right now. It's very good. Yeah, no seeds. So far, no shiny. Didn't I say 180 something? I think we're over my guess. I think I said 180 dead on, so no points for me. We're getting near 193 too. Fingers crossed for you, Nick. $91. This doesn't quite look like Gen 1. It looks a little like these assets I think are from... If it was Gen 1, it'd all be black and white. But it's got that same kind of style. But yeah, Out of My Hands helped a lot. He made the window that the game is in. He had the idea of putting a little Torchic on the signpost. I think that was 193. Okay, you can have another guess then. That's fine. 1 in 575 chance every time we see this thing. Play some Pokemon Go, yeah. Pokemon Go's fun. I played a lot this weekend. I played some Grookey Community Day. Got pretty lucky. I didn't get a Shundo, but I did get a Hunt. Let's keep things a little chill here. You like the stickers I send you? Yeah, I saw you send a sticker on the gift. I don't remember what it was, I'm gonna be honest. Stickers are cool. The issue with stickers for me is I send so many gifts every day that it takes a while to kind of what's it called? To 401's your new guest? Okay. What's it called? It takes a while to like put them on the gifts. You know what I mean? Like I have a bunch of stickers in Pokemon Go. I wish I could just say like apply stickers to the next 10 gifts I send. Then I'd use them. There's some pretty good ones though. I saw one that was like a Moltres that was actually a Ditto in Pokemon Go as a sticker. That was pretty cool. There's the Bulbasaur waving high. I like that one a lot. It's an easy to get one. I have a bunch of those. You burn into the wall. 401 is a pretty solid guess, honestly. Obviously, there's not like a guess that's better than another because it's all up to chance and it could be anyone anyway. But still. It's later than the number we're currently on, so that's already a great start. How was your spaghetti, by the way? Your baked spaghetti, Nick? I forgot. I was like, why did he originally leave? It was to try some baked or to eat dinner. Was it good? You have any garlic bread with it? Any meatballs? No bread. Bread's awesome. It was like a bolognese. Oh, okay. Most optimal. Let me hold on. There's like a site I know that supposedly like tells you what the most optimal, like where you'll probably get it. Let me see if I can find it. Um, hmm. There's only two. Do I have it? I do have another shiny. I have one other shiny Latias. Um, okay. I kind of can't. There's like it was like a previous live stream that I used it. No. I'll keep kind of looking for it. Do I think you guys should go and look for it? Go and look for what specifically? What do you mean? Just realized I haven't counted the past few Latias, so I just added a couple to the thing. Go and look for... There's only 2. Run and look for it. Yeah, I don't really know what you mean, Aiden. My bad. Oh! He said to ask you. I have no clue. Where'd you use it last? Wherever you last remember having your phone. That's where you should look. Maybe leave it on the charger or something. Sometimes I'll kind of like have it charged in my bed and it'll get knocked around and lost under the pillow or the blankets or something. That's also a good place to look. Check on the ground around some tables where you normally put it. Maybe it got knocked off. I don't know where my 3DS charger is, so I'm bringing my 3DS this time. He's right on there. I've got to be, yeah, fair. I have 2 3DS chargers. Dude, GameStop still sells 3DS chargers, but not actual on-brand ones. Like, I bought a black 3DS charger there, and it's not an official 3DS charger, I don't think. But GameStop sold it, and it was like $8, so I was like, okay. Yeah, I feel that. I thought I have 2 3DSs, and I wanted to be able to charge with it at the same time for shiny hunting purposes. And I was like, I know I have another 3DS charger. I have no clue where it is. I'm a little lazy to look for it. And that's when I went and bought the secondhand one, or the knockoff one at the GameStop. And it works just fine. Charges my 3DS, and that's what you need a 3DS charger to do, so. Whoa, Holo's Gardevoir just now spawned in. That was interesting. Come on, Latias. GameStop closing round. That's unfortunate, but like, whatever. You know, it's sad to see a business closing, but... Happy to see you with Kokowal and Aquastep. Aquastep's strong. It boosts his speed, right? All you really need to beat a Quaquaval with Aquastep, though, is a Pokemon that resists water. Because boosting its speed isn't like super... Like, yeah, it'll outspeed your Pokemon, but if it's not doing a lot of damage, it doesn't really matter. Get a Cyclozar would have been... if it knows an ice move, maybe not. I don't know, any of those fighting moves too, so a Cyclozar is actually not a good choice, but... Wow, Bike saved the day, fair. Oh, because Bike's pretty fast. Cyclozar is a fast Pokemon. Maybe outsped after even an Aqua Step or 2, depending on the level. Yeah, our GameStop's really closing. The one near me, I haven't seen anything that said it was closing, but it's not ever very busy. I've only been in a couple times recently, but Utility through email. I don't know if they have my email. They have my phone number, but I don't think they have my email. So, like a pro dude. So I bought. No, I didn't. I was convinced to waste my money on the GameStop Pro membership at one point, like the Pro Premium or whatever. $20 a year, like not cheap. And they were like, but you get $5 every month spend. It's like, okay, you know, that's more than $20 after 4 months. That pays for itself. I'm in GameStop somewhat regularly, and I'll be here more regularly because $5 a month means I can go in and get a pack of Pokemon cards every month. You know, get the newest set. One pack's not a lot, but it's fun to pull Pokemon cards. The guy who told me, that's exactly what the cashier told me. They were like, I think I was looking for Pokemon cards, and they're like, oh, but if you get the Pro, you get a pack of Pokemon cards every month, and it pays for itself. And I was like, that's a good idea. So I bought it. Every single time I went in the GameStop for the next year, they were sold out of Pokemon cards. So I had my $5, so I spent it. I think I bought like an amiibo a couple times, and then just like I bought like a Kirby little blind bag figure at some point. Like I didn't waste the $5. But like, come on. The reason I bought this, and you guys didn't even have what I bought it for. And then get this. So the last month, it's been a full year at this point. I guess I bought it. So I bought it. Came in handy a few times. Yeah, they were lying to you. You didn't need to buy a Switch 2. Man, like, it almost, like, GameStop is, like, scummy. No, the $5 doesn't roll over. You have to spend the $5 within the month or you don't get it. But now here's where it gets worse. So, I guess, just for explanation purposes, say I bought the Pro membership on the 6th. We'll say June 6th or something. Gus was yelling at you. We'll say I bought it on June 6th, just a random date. I went in 1 year later on June 7th. And the way it works is you have, at the first of the month, you get your new $5. And it's a little coupon on your account. I went in on June 7th the next year. So I had my $5 for the month. And I walk up and I put something on the counter. I think I was getting like a little tiny Pokemon card binder, like one that's small just to keep some like nice cards in that I can kind of easily show off to people. Like I can stuff it in my backpack and it doesn't take up too much space or anything. And I'm like, no, actually, yeah, that is what I used it on. And so they ring it up and they're like, oh, it'll be $6. And I was like, oh, I start getting my wallet out and I'm like, oh, but I think there's a $5 coupon on there. And they were like, yep, here it is. And they go, oh, you're not a Pro membership anymore. So even though you have this coupon, even though we gave you this $5 coupon on your account, you can't use it unless you renew. And I'm like, really? Like they gave me the coupon because I had a Pro membership at the beginning of the month. I can't use it. And they're like, yep, you have to renew if you want to use it. And then the guy tries to sell me it again. He's like, so do you want to renew? It's $20 a year. It's like, let me think. Do I want to renew and pay you $20 so I can come in and buy some $5 trinket because you guys will never have Pokemon cards for $20 so that I can use this $5 coupon on something right now? No, I don't want to do that. And I wasn't mean to him. I was just like, oh, no, thank you. But in my head, I'm like, this is insane that they get away with doing this. GameStop is not cool for that. So I just paid the. I already had my wallet out. I was just like, whatever, $6. It's like more embarrassing to like walk it back and be like, never mind. It's like $6, whatever. I'm not gonna starve. But yeah, so that was not cool. You gave me the $5 coupon. You should let me use the $5 coupon. It doesn't matter if I'm not a member anymore. I was when you gave out the coupon. Whatever, GameStop. And dude, they upsell you on. I could be. When I bought my Switch 2, I bought. Oh, this is ridiculous. I bought all the little add-ons with it. I was like, I want my Switch 2. I didn't get a Pro controller, but I was like, I want Mario Kart. And I want one of the new SD cards because the Switch doesn't use old SD cards correctly. Like you need like a specific Express SD card. Like it's not just like a Switch thing. It's like the new generation type thing of SD cards, which wasn't cheap, but it's okay. Like, it should last me the entirety of the time I have the Switch 2. So it was expensive. It came out to about, with the Switch 2, with Mario Kart, probably around $600. They still tried to upsell me. They were like, do you also want to get the protection plan for $150 more and it lasts 1 year? Are you kidding me? No, I don't want to do that. And it, like, I don't know. Come on, GameStop. Do better. Rose yelling at GameStop on a stream. It was saying, he said, he is saying sounds, GameStop is going. Was yelling at GameStop on a stream. It was, what GameStop is he going to? I don't know. You know what's crazy is it's not even just one GameStop. Every game. Oh, so then I'm not even done with that story. I completely forgot about this. So I go to the midnight launch. They hand me my bag. GameStop is here in chat. Yeah, hey GameStop, do better. Do better. Be better. You want me to keep being a recur? You want those stores to stop closing? Stop trying to upsell people and then give me my $5 coupon that you owe me. What do you got to say about that, GameStop? I should have bought that 3DS charger from someone else. But so they hand me the midnight launch. They're trying to make it quick, and you walk in, you show them your order number because there's like a little yellow sticker on the receipt when you like kind of reserve your Switch 2. And they just hand you a little bag, a little tied closed bag so that you can't add anything else to it. And they're like, all right, you're good to go. And I walk out and I get all the way to my car. They found the word, I just can't. And I get all the way to my car and I'm like, you know what? I just paid $600. And I know GameStop is going to try to screw me over here. So I look in the bag. Switch 2, check. SD card, check. No Mario Kart World. No $80 game that I just bought. So now I'm in a situation where I got to walk back in after I just walked out and got in my car and say, you're missing something. It's going to look like I walked out to my car, took out Mario Kart World, and I'm trying to get another copy of it. But I'm like, no, I'm not going to just bite the bullet here. That's $80. They owe me it. So I walk back in, and I'm very polite. I'm like, hey, I know I just got out to my car, and I noticed that Mario Kart World's not here. And I'll give them credit. They didn't, like, question me. They were just like, okay, my bad. And they put Mario Kart World in. But it's like, dude, if I didn't think to check in that bag, I would have walked away from there without an $80 game I just bought from you. You can't make mistakes like that. You can't be a company that I buy things from you and you just forget to give them to me. And then also try to upsell me on stuff. Yeah, I did see that. I saw that there were some GameStops that stapled the receipt on the Switch 2 box and it's stapled through the Switch 2 screen. I did see that. That's embarrassing. You're a game store and you don't recognize that stapling something onto a box that has a screen in it is a bad idea. Whatever. I could go on and on about this. I've had GameStop cashiers give me attitude for like nothing. I walked in looking for shiny Koraidon codes when they were doing that event, and I was like, I got in line and there was like a somewhat big line, and the guy was like, "Are you here for Pokemon?" And I was like, "Yeah. Do you have any other?" He was like helping someone else out, but he just saw me get in line, and he was like, "Are you here for the Maridon codes?" And I was like, "Yeah. Do you have any left?" And he was like, "Are you kidding?" He says, "Are you kidding?" to me. He was like, "You should have been here at Open." Sorry, dude. I was at college. I was in class. I hate, dude. I hate to say it, but I had better things to do. I'm looking for a yellow Latias. It's the one we're looking for is in the top left of the stream that has the number next to it. The one over there, it's like way in the background. It's red. What's your fan-made Pokemon? Is it the steel fighting one you mentioned before? I forgot to acknowledge that. My bad. Steel fighting's a cool type. Some cool steel fighting types. Lucario's a good one. Yeah, we're looking for a yellow one. Get a little angry at GameStop today on stream. No, you know what? You know what's crazy out of my hands? I just gave you 3 stories from 3 different GameStops. I bought my Switch 2 from one GameStop, tried to get them right on code from another, and had the you can't use your coupon interaction from another one. I'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt, but look, dude. It's a kangaroo. Kangaroo steel fighting is cool. That's pretty cool. What is it called? What's the Pokemon's name? But it's like it's I don't know. I'd love to say I'm done with GameStop, but like realistically, I don't know. That's probably where I want to buy my next game. If there was another video game store like GameStop, absolutely. Like, I know Best Buy sells video games pretty well, and I know Target and every store ever does. But, like, I want to buy a game, I'm probably going to GameStop. Because I know they have it, you know what I mean? Exactly, where else are you going to get video game stuff? Kind of nowhere. That's the issue. You know what's interesting, though, is I bought video games from Walmart before, and even, like, I bought Breath of the Wild from Walmart, and it was only $50 where it was $60 elsewhere. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't buy from... Like, third-party shops, they always kind of upcharge, and as much as I'd love to support, like, a mom-and-pop store, it's like, I'm already paying $60 for a game. I don't really want to spend $80 on it. Or at Target or Walmart. Yeah, Target or Walmart works, but at GameStop, they always have it. You know what I mean? Like, I walk into a GameStop, and I know they're going to have a copy of Legends EA, as opposed to walking to Target, and, like, they got 5 for the day or something, and they're already all gone. Most of the time, I found game. There was once though when Tears of the Kingdom came out on Switch. The first place I looked. Here we get one. You get one. GameStop gets one good story for me, real quick. I did a 5-hour drive that day, and all I could think about was how excited I was to get to my destination, so I could boot up my Switch and play Tears of the Kingdom. But I didn't have the game yet, and I hadn't pre-ordered it anywhere because I wasn't really worried about finding a copy. And so I drove to Walmart. They don't have it. Drive to Target, they don't have it. And I call the GameStop because I'm like, before I drive there, I don't want to drive there and them not have it. And the guy picks up. He goes, GameStop is someone's George or some random name speaking. And I'm like, hey, I know you guys close in 10 minutes. Do you have any copies of Tears of the Kingdom? And he was like, we have 1 left. And I look at the directions and it says it's going to take me 15 minutes to get there. And I'm like, it's going to take me 15 minutes. Dang. And he's like, you know what? He was like, I think I said to him, I was like, I've had a long day. Do you guys have any copies of Tears of the Kingdom? And he was like, I'll keep the store open 5 extra minutes so you can get Tears of the Kingdom. And I got there within 10 minutes. Admittedly, like I was so excited that I kind of stepped on it a little, but they did. I got my copy of Tears of the Kingdom. And when the guy handed it to me, he was like, have a good night, man. And I did. I very much enjoyed that first night playing Tears of the Kingdom. That's the only... That was the Switch to pre-order issue GameStop. But that was pretty cool of them. Yeah, that was a W GameStop. Shout out to that guy who I spoke to on the phone, whose name I don't remember because that was years ago at this point. Yeah, and I do... I think Best Buy... I'm going to show my PS5. I got my PS5 from a Walmart, actually. So not a GameStop. There's not a GameStop store with my PS5. But yeah, GameStop... Best Buy did a midnight release for the Switch 2, but I don't think it's done any for any games. I've only been to 2 midnight releases. One of them was Legends EA, and the other one was Scarlet Violet. And what was funny about Scarlet Violet was it released on like a Thursday, or no, it released on like a Friday. So the midnight release was like Thursday night. I had like a class super early in the morning. So I went to the Scarlet Violet. I literally got in bed and was like ready for bed. And my roommate at the time, who was also kind of into Pokemon, was like, hey, do you want to go to the midnight release? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I like got out of bed and we drove to the midnight release and I'm like a little tired and we get the game, go home And by the time we get home, it's like 1:32 in the morning, and I had like a 7:30 class. Big Man Blastoise, indeed. So I didn't even play it. I went to the midnight release of Scarlet Violet, bought Violet, and then didn't play it till like noon the next day. So it was kind of pointless to go. Legends EA, I stayed up all night, though. I went to the midnight release, put the game in, and I did have a class the next day. I just suffered through it. I was like, if I'm going to the midnight release, I'm making the most of it. Big Man Blastoise. Yeah, we are not fans of GameStop in this household. Me and Xavier both, and then my two spiders as well. Not a GameStop family. You will probably catch me in a GameStop next time Pokemon game comes out, though. Assuming the GameStop near me is still open. You know, if it closes down, it's going to be like a few memories gone. Like, you know, GameStop was always really exciting to go into as a kid. Back then, you could... Yeah, well, yeah, of course not. You can't buy crickets there. But... What was I just saying? Ugh, what was I just saying? Oh, yeah, if it closes, it'll be sad, because... It was exciting to go into as a kid, and back then, I remember going to a GameStop, and there was a copy of Pokemon Soul Silver in the pre-owned thing, and it was $20. No thanks. This is not the GameStop army. I was thinking Mudkip, and it was on the head, and it looked like a middle finger. That's not good. Mudkip, but he's just got a little fin on his head. Definitely redo that part of the drawing at least. You probably already have, but here's the throwback. Do any of you, and this is like a niche draw. I'm yet to find another person who knows what I'm talking about here. GameStop used to make mobile games too. And there was one I used to play on my grandmother's phone a lot called Buck and the Coin of Destiny. And it was like an auto-scrolling platformer. And you were a little white bunny named Buck who would run. He was standing on two legs. And you tap the screen and he'd jump. And you're trying to get coins. And then I never made it to I don't even know if there was an end. Because I was pretty young. Like, I wasn't good at video games. And it was hard, if I remember correctly. And when you die, you'd fall in the water. You'd hit they were like little ninjas that you had to avoid. When you'd hit them, he'd die and he'd go, oh no. I remember loving it. I always used to ask we called her Grammy. I'd be like, Grammy, can I play Buck and the Coin of Destiny? Yep, here you go. It was like early smartphone. It was probably like an iPhone 4 I was playing it on. 94 to go. Look at this. You're invested in the shiny hunt. I bet you didn't think you'd ever be watching a live stream shiny hunt. Please don't turn this off. Please don't turn the stream off. I appreciate you sticking around. What's nice about shiny hunts, and I haven't really found any other game that really has this, is they're very much kind of like menial tasks. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's exactly what this is kind of like a just chatting stream with some background something going on. But like when me and Adam my hands are hanging out, a lot of times we'll be shiny hunting and watching a movie at the same time. Yep, exactly. That's the idea. American hat. So if you see an American hat, it's me. I got a little Bulbasaur hat in my room. Yeah, I used to watch some shiny hunters growing up. Yeah, chat lag. I think it's about 8-ish seconds last time I checked. And that gives me enough time to kind of the 8-second delay gives me enough time to see and read whatever Daniel is sending, so I can pretty quickly snipe it if I need to. as shown today. I could probably make it 6-7 seconds. I don't know actually how to increase it. I have it on the lowest setting. It's at the lowest latency possible, I think. Yeah, unfortunately, Daniel. Unfortunately for you, sometimes there's some conversations, there's some ideological discussions that are just not made for Pokemon streams. You know what game I've been really wanting to play? And let's hear what we think about it in chat. I was watching a Purple Clip video. Had 16 DCs. What do you mean by that? Watching a Purple Cliff. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Pokemon streamers growing up, and they'd all be shiny hunting. I'd be shiny. Normally, what I'd do is I'd break out my DS and I'd shiny hunt along with them. I wouldn't really ever talk in chat much or anything. Wait, 50. Yeah, dude, encounters go quick in this game. And considering it's 1 in 575, like, this is a great way to shiny hunt. It's a little more hands-on than soft resetting. Like, I've got to run back and forth. And he had 16 DC. Like, disconnects? But yeah, like, soft resets and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, probably the next best shiny hunting method. Without the donut, because I have shiny charm, it would be 1 in 1024. With the donut gives me 3 extra shiny rolls. So it's 1 in 512. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Or 1 in 575. I think the donut's like it's not shiny rolls or something. I don't know. Without it, it'd be 1 in 1024. With it, it's 1 in 575. So if I didn't have shiny charm, I don't know what no shiny charm with the donut is. Because if you're using the donut, you probably also have shiny charm. Yeah, donuts are a little bit like sandwiches, but they're a little more complicated because there's not like a set recipe and there's a little RNG. So like if I wanted a donut to shiny hunt a specific Pokemon, I can't just like use a specific recipe and know I'll get it. There's like a little bit of RNG to whether or not, for shiny power, for example, you want a donut with a sweetness score of at least 400. And that gives you a chance of getting Sparkling Power 3. It's not guaranteed. It's just a chance. It could still be Sparkling Power 1 or 2. I mean, 2 shiny charms? That'd be awesome. Assuming they'd stack, that'd be cool. But not only is it a roll to get Shining Power or Sparkling Power 3, but you also can't pick which type you want Sparkling Power 4 in this game. Like, you can't. Scarlet Violet, you have a lot of say over what your sandwich power is. Here, it's kind of left up to chance. So this Latias, for example, I could have gotten a Sparkling Power Dragon or Psychic sandwich, but before I got one of those, I got a Sparkling Power 3 all types, which is why, actually, at the beginning of this distortion, we didn't catch it because it would save and that would reduce our time by a decent amount. But if we catch the Latias with a lot of time left, we can go back and catch it. That's why the Hawlucha at the beginning was shiny. Even though it doesn't share a single type with Latias, because our donut was Sparkling Power all types, that Hawlucha had a boosted shiny rate. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, but they're a little bit less, I'll say, useful than Scarlet Violet sandwiches, but sandwiches were just kind of overpowered. Like, I make a shiny hunting sandwich, and I know I'm gonna get at least 2 of the shiny I'm hunting, most likely. Which, I'll tell you what, that's not how shiny hunting used to be back in the day. I used to sit down for a shiny hunt, and it'd be like a simple one. Like, I remember shiny hunting through the SOS method, and I'd sit down, and sometimes I'd go the entire day. I'd be shiny hunting. We'll get probably 500-600 encounters in a day in SOS method if I was kind of like casually doing it, but like not really doing much else. And you wouldn't get the shiny sometimes. Like, you'd have to try again another day. I remember shiny hunting even recently. I shiny hunted Regidrago in Sword and Shield. What did the surf method in Oris? It was chain fishing. I actually didn't really do that because I had Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I had Alpha Sapphire, and I lost it. So I didn't play a whole lot of Oras when it came out. I've since then gone back because Oras is awesome. But I did, and here's a fun story. Shiny hunting in X and Y in Oras was the same method for chain fishing, which was just the idea that if you reel in a Pokemon on your fishing rod, which you could almost guarantee that you would get a bite if you fished with certain situations. So you had to be like surrounded by rocks because Pokemon liked hiding in the rocks or something. You had to, if you had a Pokemon with the ability Suction Cups or Sticky Hold in the front of your party, you were more likely to get a bite, which was kind of cool. And then the way to keep your chain was I think you had to not move. You couldn't turn off the game. And you had to never miss a catch. So if a Pokemon bit the hook, which it would every time, you had to reel it in, like in time. And at a certain point, you would get your rates would go up to like 1 in 50 or something. You like it would give you really, assuming you had the Shiny Charm, which Shiny Charm was way harder to get in those games because it wasn't just regional Pokedex. You had to complete the national Pokedex, which meant you had to collect all 700, I want to say 21 Pokemon, and most of which you couldn't even get in X and Y. And like that, nowadays I have a complete national dex in my home, but as a kid, that was like an unfathomable idea to me. So, but I did try a little chain fishing even without the Shiny Charm, just because you have a Blastoise is awesome, dude. Just because I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna put in the effort to get it, but chain fishing is so good that maybe I'll get something. Is there a GTS in the new games? In Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl there is, but not in Scarlet Violet or Z8. There's a GTS on Pokemon Home though, and that's kind of what they use. But I chain fished and I got a shiny. I chain fished probably 30 times, and because I didn't have Shiny Charm and I wasn't very good at it, I never really got anything. But one time I was in the back of my grandparents' car. We were driving to the fair, and I reeled in a shiny Poliwhirl. And as a kid, getting a shiny was like awesome because you didn't get them very frequently. Zubat's got a good shiny. Crobat has a really good one. But I reel in this Poliwhirl, I catch it, I think probably in a dive ball or something. I was still matching Pokeballs back at that point. And I was so excited to have it. And for those of you that don't know, Poliwhirl has a split evolution. You can decide what you want to evolve Poliwhirl into. Either Poliwrath or Politoed. Poliwrath's okay, has a pretty decent shiny, it becomes green. Politoed not only is a cooler Pokemon, but I think has a cooler shiny. So I was like, you know what? It's a little harder to evolve into Politoed. To evolve into Poliwrath, you have to use a Water Stone, which are very easily accessible, on your Poliwhirl, and it evolves into Poliwrath. To evolve your Poliwhirl into Politoed, you have to give it the held item of a King's Rock and trade it. And it doesn't matter. You could trade it and have the person trade it back to you. Like it doesn't like unevolve. And I had friends that played Pokemon, but I was impatient. So when I got home, or it was the next day, I was like, I'm gonna evolve my thing into Politoed. And I connected with someone random, and I nicknamed the Poliwhirl "Help Me Evolve." And it had the King's Rock, and I traded it to them, and it evolved into Politoed. And then that person disconnected and stole my shiny Politoed. They didn't trade it back. And there's nothing I could do about it. Like, there's not like a report system. And even if there was, like, I traded them the Pokemon. I was just hoping they'd trade it back. And then I reconnected with them and was like begging for it. Like I like, you can't message them, but I just like, I think I gave another Pokemon a Master Ball and like offered it. And was just like, please give it back. And they put it up on the trade window so that I could see it. That it was now a shiny Politoed. And they disconnected again. They never let me have it back. They stole it. What's funny, though, is because I nicknamed it Help Me Evolve, you can't re-nickname a traded Pokemon. So that person, assuming they still play Pokemon, has a shiny Politoed that's forever named Help Me Evolve. So at least there's probably a little bit of guilt with that, you know what I mean? Like, they're probably a little older now. They're probably like, man, I stole that shiny Politoed. from that random person on the Pokemon X and Y player search system. They didn't care about the Politoed. Just for the love of the game. Dude, if somehow that person ever hears this, that was so uncool of you. You can keep the Politoed. I don't even care anymore. Like, I could probably get another shiny Poliwag. That was so uncool of you. You know how upset I was? It was so hard for me to get that Pokemon. I was so excited that I got that shiny Poliwhirl. And you took it. I trusted you to help me evolve it, and you took it. I was so uncool of that person. I think his name was Zach on Pokemon X and Y. Zach, or whoever it was. I think it was Zach. Not cool, dude. I don't even want it back. It was you. Yeah, of course. You had a 3DS. You were playing Pokemon X and Y. I don't believe that, because there was like 10 people that played Pokemon X and Y. That's not true. Those games did pretty well, actually. That was so uncool of you, Zach. I hope whenever you open up your PC box and you see a shiny Politoed named Help Me Evolve, you were so overwhelmed with guilt that you never touch a Pokemon game again. It was like early in the... Like, I remember then my mom was like... Like, I had already traded it to him and he disconnected and I was trying to get him to trade it back. And my mom was like, Max, breakfast is ready. And I was like, 1 second. I was like, Who's seen me about my attitude towards the Pokemon franchise since freshman year? Yeah. You're a big fan? Big fan of Politoads. Oh, no, I guess you're not. You said you just did it for the love of the game. You know what's lame, too? Is Politoad's a good Pokemon. Like, I could have used that. It has the ability Drizzle, which at the time, not even Pelipper had yet. It was just Politoed and Kyogre. Pet. Grow Garden. Out of My Hands is a big Grow Garden fan. And someone wanted to trade it, and I got to see it because they left. Yeah, exactly what happened to me. Out of My Hands is a pretty impressive Grow Garden. I'm not a big Roblox guy, but whenever I need to consult an expert, Out of My Hands is the go-to. Out of My Hands, what's the special tree you have in Grow Garden that everyone wants? It's like a holiday one. I don't play much anymore, but yes, I have a ton of stuff. Whoa. All right. I think you just accidentally deleted a bunch of Nick's messages. Wow. There's some beef there we don't know about. Are you still able to chat, Nick? I think so. Let me do that on my phone. It's super hard to type on YouTube live chats on the mobile. No, don't leave. Don't leave. We're almost to your account. What did you say it was? 405? You got to see if we get the shiny 401. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. It's getting a little late. Candy Blossom Trees, that's it. 367. Thank you, Aiden. It took it. Wow, that means you just got to type a bunch. Are you serious? It is so uncool. Out of My Hands. You can. I guess you could spam to have it back. I'd appreciate if you just type in the chat, but you could probably get it back pretty easily. Does chat XP carry over between streams on YouTube? How does that work? I don't watch enough YouTube streams to know. Wow. Not cool. I apologize. I'll look into if there's a way to give it back after the stream. Not a good first showing as mod out of my hands. You're on mobile, though, so fair, I guess. Just lock in. You're allowed one mistake. And there it was. I was typing a message and it closed my keyboard and opened this chat and I tapped delete. Yeah, fair. Dude, anything on mobile sucks. Darn indeed. Disgruntled emoji time. How many different variations are there of this? Of the slightly angry, malformed, disgruntled emoji thing? You don't really need more than two. Really more than one, but... Troll. Yeah, that's it. You got trolled by Out of My Hands, Nick. That's what it was. It was an intentional troll. You know what it was? You know what it was, Nick? Is Out of My Hands is on Aiden's side here. He wants Aiden to keep the number one fan badge. He doesn't want you to get it. Well, no, he made the layout, and the layout's really nice. So he gets one mistake. Anyone here in the chat heard of the game Arc Raiders? I've been talking to a friend who is trying to convince me to play it with him. It's $40, so it's not nothing. But it's not 60, which is nice, and it's not 70 either. So there's that. Heard it's pretty fun. Open voice chat, so probably won't stream it. There's a new one called City Boy. I've seen it. It's the Gravity Falls guy, right? It's like the cop. 6-7, yep. Indeed. I was kind of hoping we'd have the Latias by now. There's a new game called Clash Royale Duos. Yeah, we've been missing each other. We haven't been able to do... I've been doing solos again. Like, I kind of had a phase there where I was only doing merch tactics to get my wins for the day. And then I was like, you know what? This is weird. I'm going to play some regular Clash Royale. I'm on like a 9 or 10 game win streak right now, Nick. On Clash. I moved up in arenas. I'm in boot camp now. Your class is here. I didn't realize it was that big of a meme. I've seen it a couple times on TikTok, but I was wondering if it was just like a niche, small community type of thing. Is that taking over 6-7, or are they still saying 6-7 as well? Come on, Latias. Show up. After Latias, we only have one more shiny legendary to hunt in this game, so that's pretty exciting. There's a couple of shiny hunts in some other games, so don't worry. We'll still stream shiny hunts from here and there. The program I wrote was set up for multi-hunts at some point, so once we get done in this game, we'll be ready for that. It's pretty exciting. Multiple games at a time, just need more shinies, hopefully. I don't think I finished talking about Regidrago. Yeah, I was shiny hunting Regidrago for a while. I stopped counting encounters after a certain point, but it was a hunt that went on for about 5 years. I had TikTok. I keep seeing people flaming Great crap for crying. Tung Tung Sahor. Tung Tung Sahor is one of the Italian brain rots, I think. I know there's the other one. There's the shark with the shoes. Is that oh. I had to reset soon anyway. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, out of my hands was here when I got the Regidrago. I was like, what does he mean? Got that pretty recently. It's pretty exciting. 4 more. Are you excited? Let me see your excited face. 1. Do you see where the Pokemon is, by the way, Nick? Like, do you see what I'm looking at? Nice excited face. Okay, 2. 3. Here we go. Will it be Latias number 4 or number 401? Let's see. Nope. That's a red Latias. Unfortunate. Maybe it'll be 402. Wouldn't that be funny? No. That would have been awesome. Emote time. Cat in the box? Like the Schrodinger thing, right? I don't think it's 403. You're just gonna keep, yeah, you're just gonna keep incrementing by 1 till we get it. You'll get that number 1 chatter badge pretty quick. Oh, but you gotta speed up a little. You gotta outpace, emote time. What a lively chat we have right now. We got emotes and we got counting. That's another thing you should teach your homeschooled kid, Daniel, is counting. And emotes. Teach them emotes, too. Teach them, like, Fortnite emotes. Teach them the Orange Justice. Teach them Orange Justice and teach them... I don't know. What are some other good Fortnite emotes? Time is done. Emote time is done. He said he's cheating on keeping that badge. I don't know, man. He's just outpacing you. I don't think it's the Latias, but I just heard a shiny noise. Is it like a Ralts that just spawned? Yeah, it is. Look at that. We've got a shiny. Unfortunately, it's one where, unless we get this Latias soon, I don't really care about. I have a couple shiny Ralts already. I got really excited there for a second. Yeah, it's a pretty high chance we get a shiny, so... Because the Ralts keep respawning too. That's unfortunate though, because that means that like the chance of that being shiny is just as high as the chance of the Latias being shiny. So there's that. Little sad, but I think it ran off the roof. I think the Ralts, or it was a Curlia. I think the Curlia just like jumped off the roof. So. Time for emotes one more time. Say rest in peace to the Curlia. Daniel, you're big into Pokemon cards. At least you were at one point, assuming you're still here. Have you seen the new, it's called like Nullifying Zero set? Focuses on Zygarde. There's a cool Meowth in it that I saw. There's a cool Rotom in it too, I think. Big fan of Rotom. You can't put on more. Oh, it's limiting you. Then I guess emo time has reached its peak. Ugh, that big old yawn. I got a green smile now. What is that guy? He looks like the guy from Ghostbusters. What's his name? Slimer. That's who I'm thinking of. That looks like Slimer. I gotta watch Ghostbusters again. It's been a while. We got any Ghostbusters fans in the chat? Is the new one, it's like kind of new. Is the most recent one good? It's like Frozen World or something it's called. Watch the newer one. Oh, it's like good? Maybe that's what we could do. Oh, it's not good. You want me to watch it because it's not good? Maybe that's what we'll do when we hang out. We can eat s'mores, look at your new sticker, think about Earthbound, and watch the newer Ghostbusters movie. I also bought hot cocoa mix because I was like, you know what? Hot cocoa sounds pretty good. And it was buy one, get one for a box of it. So I got a lot of that. We got hot cocoa fans in the chat. I wasn't even aware. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty new. 2024. Yeah, hot cocoa is a W. What's up, Mateo? We're talking about hot cocoa in the newest Ghostbusters movie. Got any input on either of those? There's only been like one recent one. It was in 2024. I think it had a Stranger Things actor in it. Not that I really care too much about Stranger Things either, but... Do I know who Baby No Money is? I do. I do know who Baby No Money is. He dresses up as Jeff the Shark sometimes, I think. And he was... Didn't he stop making music or something? Because people wanted him to? I don't know. I don't really listen to him, but... I'm aware of who he is. Is he good? Is he a good artist to listen to while you drink hot cocoa and watch the new Ghostbusters? Because that seems like a plan. And eat s'mores with my s'more making machine. Which, what does a swarming machine mean? He used to play. Oh, he's in it, isn't he? I used to play my Singing Monsters was around when I was a kid. I used to play my Singing Monsters. But also, I played a lot of Clash of Clans as a kid too. I played some of a game called Fish with Attitude. And there was another Monster Pet Shop was another one I played. Zombie Farm. I played Zombie Farm. Those are all that kind of game, I feel like. Yeah, I played my Singing Monsters. I haven't in years, but I know isn't the little he's like fuzzy. His fur is white and he's fuzzy. And he goes like bomb. Bomb bomb. 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 Isn't that one of them? And there's the little rock drum guy. I remember him. He's got eyes and he hits the top of his head. Yeah, my Singing Monsters was cool. Look at that. I know ball. I know my Singing Monsters ball. What other games did I like? Mobile games did I play as a kid? I played Zombie Farm. Zombie Farm was awesome. I played Plants vs. Zombies almost every day. I still play Plants vs. Zombies frequently. Plants vs. Zombies is goated. I have the remake that was on Switch. I probably bought 4 different because I had Plants vs. Zombies originally on my DS, and then I bought the Game of the Year edition on my computer, and I bought the remake that they put on Switch. And that's not even like I also own Garden Warfare 2, which that game is goated. Looking to play that game again, Mateo. Just tell me a time and not really a place. Just tell me a time and a day, I guess, for some Garden Warfare. But yeah, Plants vs. Zombies is like one of the best, honestly, like best mobile games, or just a great game. You're prepared to Garden Warfare? Low-key, maybe later tonight after stream, depending on how I feel, if I'm tired or something. Hasn't that quit streaming? Yeah, and he's reading now, right? He's reading and making a clothing brand or something. Oh, shiny Latias! Let's go! Oh, nice! Nice! Okay! Who is here? Who's here right now? Let's get some hype in the chat. Who is here right now? I do remember when he said 447. Hold on, I'm switching. I just dropped the... Come on. The way I was counting, I had a USB keyboard so that I could lean back away from my desk, and I was incrementing it. I gotta unplug it and plug like my mouse in. We're gonna do a poll now, so stick around. We gotta figure out what ball we're catching this thing in. There's a good couple options. We got a good couple options. Level ball's pretty good. Get some recommendations in the chat. What ball we thinking? Fastball is pretty good. Luxury ball kind of goes hard just because it's like it's meant luxury ball for. I'll explain this for you, Nick and Mateo. Luxury ball is like an expensive Pokeball, and this shiny is like gold. It's like rare. You know, luxury ball is expensive. Pokeball, probably not Pokeball. So what we're thinking? Level ball, fastball, luxury ball are on the table. Ultra ball, probably not. Ultra ball, probably not. And we'll do... What other one are we thinking? Are there any other recommendations? Level ball is good. I won't put Pokeball in the poll. I won't do that. You got to match the balls of the Pokemon. It's exciting. Love ball will be kind of cool too, though. I'm not going to Master Ball it. I have a couple Master Balls. I'm not going to waste them. This is like a guaranteed catch. Hey, be nice. Mods give Nick a strike. I'm just kidding. Mods plural, as if I could just speak out of my hands. Okay, we're gonna start the poll. What ball for Latias? Level ball, luxury ball. There's another one I said. It wasn't Pokeball. It was ban him forever. That would have been a little brutal. Fastball is a decent choice. Are there any other that I'm missing that might be cool? That aren't Pokeball? Premier Ball is okay. We'll put Premier Ball on the list. Okay, here we go. Let's vote. What are we catching Latias in? I don't know about quick. I just don't like quick balls, though. Quick balls, I think, are kind of lame looking. What ball? Let's get some votes in. We've got some division. Ooh, hold on. We're not going to do Pokeball. Just pick one from the choices, please, Nick. I'd appreciate your vote. You can potentially skew some stuff in a certain favor. I don't know. What ball? We got a shiny Latias on our screen. What ball are we catching it in? Just save again, just to be safe. How much time do we have left on that? Oh, and we got plenty of time. We can probably go catch that Halucha. That's exciting. I'll give it another minute or two. What are we catching in? Right now, Luxury is the best, or is our top choice. I'll catch the other one in a Pokeball. I'll do that for you. I'll catch the other one in a Pokeball, but you have to vote here. Pick whatever one you're voting for. And I'll catch the other one in a Pokeball. Oh, you did? Okay. I wish I could see. Probably good that I can't see, though, no. Okay. I think we're just going to call it. It looks like Luxury Ball is the winner. Fastball would be cool, though. It's a rarer Pokeball. You know, if anyone wants to vote Level Ball or Fastball because they're rarer, it'd be a good idea. I'll go with what the poll says. So if we vote Luxury, we're Luxury. I said 2 minutes at 9:04, and it's 9:05 right now, so probably about to be 9:06. We're on Luxury right now. Are we catching it in Luxury? We are. Now poll is closed. There we go. Luxury Ball is the winner. Let's get that ready to go. Look at that beauty. That is an awesome shiny. There we go. And now we're going to book it to the Halucha and hopefully catch that thing in a Pokeball. Different Pokeballs. I've heard that, and I've heard that they're tuned to fit the Pokemon. That's why some of them work better. Okay, there's the Halucha. This is for you, Nick. I'll even let you, assuming it's appropriate, name this. Got him. Okay, we're going to run around the distortion a little, see if there's any other shinies. We've got a couple minutes in here, so I may as well. Oh, let's get nature guesses. So Nick, another Pokemon thing. Pokemon have what are called natures, and they influence stats. It's random what a Pokemon's nature is, or ways to influence it, but we didn't do any of them here. Out of these options, what do you think it's going to be? Just random guess, basically. Ignore the increase, decrease. Just pick from the left column. What are our nature guesses? I'm going to say... I think it'll be gentle. I think this is a gentle Latias. You think it's sassy? Let me center this a little better. Maybe get it covering chat completely. Yeah, like that. Okay. You think it'll be... We got some sassy. We got some bold. What are we thinking for the nature? Any other guesses out of my hands if you're still here? What are we thinking? Quiet, lax. Okay. Yeah, quiet's in nature. Right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Here we go. It is hasty. I was gonna say hasty, I swear. Hasty was my net. It was like my first choice. I was like, no. Okay, what do we think about the Hawlucha? What's the Hawlucha nature? Hawlucha, I think, is impish. KFC's still waiting for... KFC 2.0 is ready. If you have Nintendo Switch Online and you're ready to trade, we should be good to go. Dude, Jolly would be pretty good. We think the Hawlucha is Jolly. Here's your Mateo. Or Mateo, here's your Hawlucha, by the way. Moto Becia. This is the one that we let you name. You think it's Naive. Naive's a good choice. What did I say? I said impish. What do you think, Nick? This is your Hawlucha. What nature do you think it is? Let's go beast mode indeed. No, this is a different one. Are you guessing sassy for the Hawlucha as well? The Latias was not sassy. It was hasty. But the Hawlucha that you asked me to catch in a Pokeball, I caught in a Pokeball. What nature do you think that is? Okay, well, so are you saying sassy again? Okay. It's timid. That's like the worst nature. You know what's funny is timid is basically... Mateo, timid is really similar to Jolly, just for a different stat. So you were close. Oh, for the first time. Okay. Okay, my bad. Okay, any other shinies in this distortion? Let's run around and see. Hopefully something I don't have, because I already had a shiny Hawlucha. Another Muna and Musharna would be cool. I'm not seeing anything, though. Gorg saying, what about me? It's true. Any other shinies at all? This would be pretty cool. Maybe in here? Nope, I already have shiny Swablu anyway, so we gotta cut this down. Singing Michael Jackson class. What were you singing? Michael Jackson's got some pretty good songs. After Latias, I still have one more shiny to hunt in this game. But I'm just running around here now because Latias was the target, but there's still Pokemon that are spawned, and I have another little bit left in here. And these Pokemon all have boosted chances to be shiny, so may as well use it. Like I made some, I put some donuts into it. Some donut power. May as well not waste it. Not seeing anything now. I'll just back out of here. Whatever. Oh, I can't. She's criminal Billie Jean. I feel like someone's watching me. All good songs. take a look at Mega Latias. We got... I don't know. That's pretty exciting, right? We'll go read its dex entry first. Oh, no, because then we might accidentally see its Mega. Michael Jackson does not suck. Michael Jackson is awesome. Just put this guy, like, I don't know. I got a lot of shinies in this game. We'll put him there. Oh, Nature's. Yes, my bad. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's get... Oh, hold on. Oh, bruh. Okay, hold on. We gotta wait till my Feraligator's not Mega anymore, which is gonna take a sec. He just meant off the screen, which I think I just did. Right? Yeah, okay. We gotta wait for the Mega Energy to go down. Take your time, Feraligator. With big old hood thing. You spelled Feraligator perfectly, dude. How did you do that? Hey, be nice to Sam. How did you know how to spell Feraligator? Because it's like you even forgot the O at the end, which is like... Maybe you do have thousands of hours of Pokemon you're trying to hide. That's awesome looking. Okay, let's build up our Mega Energy so we can Mega Evolve. You're literally on the internet. Okay, fair. Yeah, I know he looks a little bit like a toilet bowl. Look, I love Feraligator, but like his Mega's not good. And I hate to admit that. Just gotta use some moves to power up our Mega Ring. Feraligator. Yeah, fair. But yeah, so here's a cool little fun fact. The reason there is no O at the end before the R, because when they made Feraligator a Pokemon, the character limit was slightly smaller. So they got rid of the O and it's TR at the end, which is a little weird. It's funny that they never went back and fixed it. Like, they're not like, okay, now... Because, yeah, it would be changing the name of a species, which is a little weird, but they left it that way. This is a great shiny. Look at this. Wow, I think it's even better than Latios. Yeah, retcons do suck. They're pretty good about not retconning stuff in Pokemon. I think retcons should be avoided, but they're, you know, sometimes it's a necessary evil. Well, Feraligator spray, yeah. Oh, he doesn't have the Mega Crystal. Stopping Wet, that's why he's cool. Yeah, I guess. Okay, ready? Are we ready to see Mega Shiny Latias? Look, he's looking at me. Here we go. The same exact as Latios. I didn't think it was going to be the same color. This is almost identical to Mega Latios. That's kind of lame. Whatever. It's cool to have it. Yeah, he's Bug Green, which is funny because he's weak. Bug is super effective against him. Got some W's for Mega Latias in the chat. I keep almost saying Latios. Pretty cool, though. Just not that different at all from Latias. Nope, from Latios. But still, it's cool to have. It's cool. Legendary Mega, you know? Legendary Shiny Mega. Pretty exciting. Yeah, I think a little bit early. We've been streaming for about 2 hours. I'm getting a little tired. I might play some Garden Warfare before bed. I've got plans later to watch some more or I guess technically rewatch for me, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 with a friend. So that's pretty exciting. Shout out to Golden Wind. The best JoJo's part. That's not even up for debate. Might play some other games and hop into a Discord call with some of my friends. We'll see. But I think I'm going to call it here. A little early time of day-wise. It is, yes, with Nick. A little early time of day-wise, but stream length-wise. This is maybe a little shorter than normal. But that's okay. We got our target. That's what we're going for. Next time, we're going to shiny hunt Virizion, probably. Almost assuredly. We're definitely going to shiny hunt. At least next Pokemon stream, we're going to shiny hunt Virizion. That'll probably is next time. I'm in a pretty Pokemon mood. Yeah, I'll watch the Bob clip. I'll do that. I'll do that right after stream, honestly. That makes some hot cocoa. That's what I'll do. I'm going to make some hot cocoa. Watch the hockey fight. Watch some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Assuming Mateo is still here. Perhaps play some Garden Warfare with my buddy Mateo. Do it on stream. I'm not going to put the clip on stream because, you know, a little violent. But you know what? Yeah, I'll just watch it after. I'll watch it after. Oh, there's a reason why I can't. Yeah, but this was a very successful stream. We got our target. That's super exciting. I appreciate you guys all for coming out. Maybe... I'll probably stream tomorrow. Water Pokemon Art's exciting. What water type do I like? Make some Wooper. Wooper's a good water Pokemon. Wooper's cool. I like Jellicent. Jellicent's another cool water Pokemon. I don't know. I got some weird Pokemon tastes. I like some unpopular ones. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. Hope you guys all enjoyed the stream. We got our target. Great shiny. Virizion is next. Probably tomorrow. Don't quote me on that. Most likely, yes, tomorrow. I gotta go to Pokemon Go raid hour, but I'll be getting home from that pretty early anyway. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for all turning out to this stream. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me while we shiny hunt this. And I'll see you guys next stream. So thank you guys all for watching, and have a good night.